Well, I have made it to my 51st national park. I'm heading out to Channel Islands this morning on the Island Packers cruise out to Santa Cruz. And I just got here a little early, so came to check out the visitor center. It's closed right now. I don't think I'll be able to go in because I'm going on the 8 o'clock boat and coming back on the last boat, the 5 o'clock boat. So this is the Island Packers boat dock where you come in. I'm taking an 8 o'clock boat, so I checked in at like 7:10. They said to be here at 7:15. And you park and just go in and check in, and then you wait for your boat to load between like 7:30 to 7:45. So here's the boat check-in right there, and they have maps, hiking guides over here, and a little gift shop. And then you wait here for your boat. So I'm going to Santa Cruz, which is the largest of the Channel Islands. And I am going to Scorpion Cove. It's really easy to make the reservation online. And it seems like it's going to be a decent day. Like 60 degrees, a little wind. Looking forward to it, my 51st national park.
And your anchor tattoos. This is how this is going to go. We're going to, since we have a whole bunch of you, 138 to be exact, most of you are just out here for the day. We're going to invite the day passengers to disembark first. So I'm going to
Well, we made it. The ferry ride was a little rough. There was one woman around me who vomited probably 6-7 times. So, you take your meclizine before arriving. So happy, number 51, I'm here.
Welcome to Channel Islands National Park. Santa Cruz Island, also known as Limu to the Chumash people who lived here for almost 650 generations before Europeans arrived. This is a really special place. There are more than 150 species of plants and animals found nowhere else in the world. There are thousands of cultural sites, so it's really important that we protect this place. A few things to do that. Who brought something to eat today? And when you're done, what are you going to do with what's left? So there's no trash service. Everything that came with you today goes home with you. Anything that you find here, you're welcome to take a picture of. You can touch it. Just don't take it home. No souvenirs. Those are in the visitor center. It's important that you stay hydrated while you're here. There's water in the campgrounds. Look for the blue posts. There are restrooms here and in the campgrounds. Just be aware that when you leave the bottom of Scorpion Canyon, you are leaving all those modern conveniences behind, so please plan accordingly. If you need to smoke, smoking is only permitted on the beaches. Again, taking anything that's left with you when you're done. Who would like to sleep in a bed tonight? So if you would like to sleep in a bed and not on the ground in the campground, what time is on your ticket today? So it's either 4 or 5. If you would like to leave the boat, leave the island, need to be here 15 minutes before the time on your ticket, because the time on your ticket is when the boat pulls away and people wave goodbye. The ranger may have an extra sleeping bag if you miss it, but I don't recommend that.
Well, this is the boat dock and the Scorpion Ranch Visitor Center. Just as you enter the island, there is a ranger over here who gave some great hiking advice. And I'm gonna head into the visitor center right now. Well, here's inside the visitor center. They have some nice information about native plants and animals and the native culture here. Oh, and a mouse. And the native, or the ranch kitchen here. So here's the hiking map, and I think today what I'm gonna do is, starting here at Scorpion Anchorage where we landed, hike the Cavern Point Trail to the North Bluff Trail out to Potato Harbor, and then I'll come back on this road and then up to Scorpion Canyon here. And I guess this is fairly steep coming up through Scorpion Canyon, and then over to Smuggler's Road, and then back here. That's Smuggler's Road up there, and then the Canyon Loop Trail starts right here next to the visitor center. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Well, this Cavern Point trail starts out fairly steep, and I'm lucky it's such a nice day. So now I'm up a little bit on the Cavern Point Trail, and you can see this is the Santa Cruz Island, and way off in the distance here's Anacapa Island, the one with the point, and that's the first island of the chain off the coast. And here's the next boat coming in. Comes into the dock there, and then you come right down from there to the visitor center. And there are a bunch of bathrooms on the island, so no worries. And there's water in the campgrounds. Nice view here. To the first trail sign. Like, I'm gonna go up to Cavern Point and then come back and go to the left to continue the loop trail. There's Cavern Point. Wow, so here is Cavern Point. This view is spectacular, amazing. Got the mountains, and then Anacapa is over there. And there's the trail I just came from. It's a nice viewpoint on the loop trail. Nice sounds here too. Continue the trail back this way. So this looks like this is where the loop of Cavern Point loops back. So you can either go back towards the visitor center here, near those houses down there, or you can continue on and to the North Bluff Trail to Potato Harbor, 1.7 miles. So that's what I'm gonna do, and that's this way. This is a really nice viewpoint. There's the point that I was just at on the loop trail, right there. Not as many people after the Cavern Point loop trail loops away. So that's nice. And the flowers and the vegetation are just on point right now. So pretty. And the sage smells amazing. Well, I got to the point in the trail where Potato Harbor Road branches off. So you take Potato Harbor Road to the Potato Harbor Overlook. So it's about 0.8 miles from this beautiful overlook. And if we take a look at the sign, we came from that trail, and here is the Potato Harbor Road and Overlook to the left, 0.8 miles. And then we'll come back and we'll go down that way. But for now, we're gonna go to Potato Harbor Overlook. Well, the road to Potato Harbor Overlook is just long and straight and flat, and I can start to see the view emerging over there. It's gonna be spectacular. Oh yeah. Well, I made it to the Potato Harbor Overlook. It's beautiful. You can see I think that's the next island in the background, but it still could be Santa Cruz. A little windy, but so pretty. Here's some examples of those sea caves. And this seems like a good spot to have lunch. So, lunch is beef jerky. Well, Potato Harbor viewpoint was beautiful. And now I'm walking back the 0.8 miles on that Potato Harbor Road to connect back into that main loop trail. So there's the first loop trail. Now I'm going to be following this road inland to go to the Scorpion Campground and then the Scorpion Gorge. Yeah, so now I'm going to take this Potato Harbor Road this way to get to the Scorpion Canyon trail. The Potato Road here is pretty easy. It's just straight and slightly downhill. And you've got the view of the mountains, which is pretty. You lose the view of the ocean. But it looks like we're heading down here to the campground. And then probably up this canyon here to the top of the ridge. And then down around back through there and down to the harbor. And this white up here, I believe, is diatomaceous earth. And then all the other bedrock is basalt, which is volcanic. Here is this Potato Harbor Road that I was just on. And the view of the mountains here at Santa Cruz. The wildflowers are out. Almost down to the campground now. here in the campground there's a beautiful grove of eucalyptus trees. It smells really good. And the Scorpion Canyon Loop Trail goes through here, so I'm starting on that. So the first one I did was basically the loop to Potato Harbor, and that was 5 miles total. And now the Scorpion Canyon Loop is 4.5 miles total, but is said to be moderate to strenuous. The other one was rated moderate. Here's the sign. So we'll follow this way. It smells so good. And it did take me 2.5 hours to the walk to Potato Harbor, round trip, back to the campground. So it does look like the morning glory have taken over here. It's invasive, but it is everywhere, kind of lining this waterway, but also all the trails. It's pretty though. Well, next sign we came to, Scorpion Canyon Loop, this way. I'm not doing the off-trail route. And looks like it's half a mile back to the campground from here and 1.3 miles to the beach and pier. And it's really a peaceful, pretty hike. No one is on this trail. So that's nice. Got it all to myself. They did say there were ticks here. It is kind of grassy, so I just keep looking on my pants. Make sure there's no ticks. But they don't seem to be as bad as Maine. And it starts getting steep. I took the steep way because I wanted to go steep up and not steep down. Well, making it up the trail. The trail is a bit steep through here. Not a typical canyon that you would think of in New England, but it's pretty. And like I said, there's no people. Well, I'm still climbing up the steep slope, but I went from all the way on one side of the island. This is way over here, the Cavern Point, that first Cavern Point loop trail that I did. So that's way on the other side of the island, and now I'm up in the mountains on the other side. Still a little ways to go. Boy, up here you realize you're in the middle of the ocean. There's just ocean all around. Except for where we can't see the ocean because the mountain's a little taller. I'll keep on this path. Well, I'm at the next intersection, and I climbed the steep part from the campground, the Scorpion campground, and now I'm still on the canyon loop. Looks like I'm gonna go to the right here, and I have 2.3 miles back to the Scorpion Beach and pier, and there's really just ocean everywhere. And gosh, I've come so far. Again, there's that Cavern Point way over there. So basically, I climbed up to that area, then all the way back down to the campground, and then all the way back up. And then when I get around that nub there, then I'll start to go back down. But this trail is great. There's no one on it. Super quiet. Beautiful day. And I'm liking it. There's a bunch of these little lizards here. Well, for a snack break, I'm trying something new. These handful of olives from Trader Joe's and this Tom Yum seasoned snack mix. I'll let you know how it is. Well, lunch was delicious. The green olives were good, just like they usually are. And the Trader Joe's Tom Yum soup, like cracker kind of mix, was so good. It tastes just like Tom Yum soup, but with crunch. Yummy. And I'm just noticing over here on the Kappa Peak is sticking out. So that's the first of these islands, Channel Islands, closest to the coast. Our morning glories. All right, I'm heading down Smuggler Cove Road back to Smuggler Cove. You can kind of see its path. Looks like there's a little cutoff trail here to a grove of trees from the Smuggler's Canyon Loop Road. So I think I'm going to go see these trees. I've got plenty of time. So instead of going straight, I'll come over here for 0.2 miles. Check it out. It's only like 2:15 and the boat doesn't leave until 4:45. So I got plenty of time. Wow, the view of Anacapa is so cool from here. Look at that. That's so cool. Wow, the view here of Anacapa is so good. And here I'm at this little grove of trees. Looks like some type of evergreen tree. Nice view. Here's some really cool caves. Sea caves at the Smuggler's Bluff. And you can see also the sea kelp beds, which I'm sure a lot of critters eat in the water. So this viewpoint is off of the Smuggler's Cove Road on the Smuggler Bluff Overlook Trail. It's just a 0.2 mile jut off of the Smuggler's Cove Road. Pretty close to the end of the road. So it's a nice place if you have extra time to just come and hang out and eat some of your snacks, which I'm gonna do. Well, I've been sitting here for an hour and absolutely no one has come down this trail. So this is a great place to hang out if you have some time before your boat gets in. It's a beautiful view. Anacapa in the distance, the sea caves. And then if you come up a couple rocks here. Oh, there's a little lizard. Almost stepped on him. Then you get a nice view of the Scorpion Cove. There's Scorpion Cove. And on the other side there is the Cavern Point Trail. Some kayakers down there. I think I'm gonna head down. Such a beautiful spot. But I would come hang out up here, Scorpion Bluff. Here's the island fox. It's the only place where this fox lives is on Santa Cruz Island. I was just laying on those picnic tables and it started to smell really strongly of skunk. And I got up and left. And then this fox came. He must have riled up a skunk. Hey, island fox. Doesn't seem to be bothered by people. See if it comes over here. That was cool. Well, I'm waiting for the 5 o'clock boat. And just went and looked at the visitor center and all the old farm tools and the blacksmith shop. And this was a farm and a ranch, mostly sheep. And then when the National Park Service took it over, they took all of the livestock off the animal because they had grazed all of the vegetation, which led to erosion. So I think this became a national park around 1978. But this is just some of the remnants of the old farm. And I finished my hike. I ended up coming down that trail there, the Scorpion Cove Loop Trail. That took a couple hours. So I did have a couple hours extra just to mill around. Probably in retrospect, I would have done the 10-mile mountain loop trail because I ended up doing 10 miles between the two trails, but they were very nice. And I love that the last trail was really pretty quiet. So, oh, there's the fox again. I think I'm gonna go lay down on the dock out there and just hang out. It was a good 51st National Park. There's a little baby over there. That must be Mom up there.
Yeah, they have them really big.
That was so cool to see that father fox and the two kits. Now everyone's lining up to get back on the ferry. Well, the trip home was much easier than the trip there. I didn't see anyone vomit, and the seas were smooth. I actually fell asleep. I was so tired. It was a nice day. Channel Islands was a great park.